Robert Rodriguez is famous in the American movie business for doing things his way. He keeps his budgets down by doing much of the work himself. He writes, he directs, he produces, he does his own camera work and editing. He even owns his own studio in Austin, Texas, complete with elaborate backlot sets. All that cool independence means some big names want to work with him.
Work?
Think I'm ready for duty?
Do you feel ready?
I think it's the only thing keeping me sane.
Ben Affleck is just the latest of a long line of Rodriguez buddies over the years, ranging from Quentin Tarantino and Antonio Banderas to George Clooney and Johnny Depp. I guess they're hoping some of that Texas cool rubs off on them. I can't believe they're doing it on the strength of scripts like Hypnotic.
What do you see? Your daughter? The park?
Wasn't paying attention. Just for a second.
At the start of Hypnotic, we meet burnt-out cop Danny Rourke, Ben Affleck, who's in therapy after the tragic, mysterious death of his young daughter. Her murderer had no memory of the crime. But Danny hopes that getting back to work will help him get over this.
I'm calling to report a bank robbery.
Is this crime currently in progress?
Today.
See that guy on the bench?
Do you have a lighter?
That guy's up to something.
It's very hot today. It's like a furnace.
The cops get a tip-off that a downtown bank is about to be robbed, and Danny spots how a mysterious chap loiters around the front entrance of the bank, whispering to certain random people. You know, like he's hypnotising them or something.
So, it's like a furnace.
There's a safe deposit box.
Is that the target?
Box 23.
Well, it's been ages since I've seen such an old-fashioned B-movie set up like this. A criminal mastermind seems to be getting ordinary people to do his dirty work for him. Well, call it nostalgia, but I found myself going with Hypnotic for a while. Certainly more than I usually do with Rodriguez's grindhouse movies.
Hands up! But I'm the wrong man. Where is she?
Our hero Danny is shocked when supervillain Del Rain gets away with the mysterious contents of the bank's safe deposit box. But at least now he has a clue. The original tip was given by someone called Diane, so Danny goes calling.
I know you called the tip in on the bank heist. Who the hell are you?
What makes total strangers pull off an elaborate bank heist? Are you familiar with the concept of hypnotics?
Hypnotics.
Diane is played by Brazilian star Alice Braga, and she soon finds herself trapped in a bog-standard Robert Rodriguez role, looking sexy while delivering increasingly ludicrous exposition. It's her job to explain to Danny that the crime is committed by a so-called hypnotic.
Hypnotics have the ability to influence the brain, sound, voice,
Need a light?
locking eyes. Hypnotics use them to make you see a version of the world that doesn't exist.
In neo-noir thrillers, the temptation is always to favour intricate plots over strong character. And that's pretty much what happens here. If Rodriguez had simply stayed with our hero chasing the villainous Del Rain, falling for the enigmatic Diane along the way, all might have been okay.
Like telepathy?
Telepaths just read the mind. Hypnotics reshape its reality. The guy at the bank. You said he spoke 4 words to a woman and she undressed.
Because she was in on it.
No. Those were cues.
But Rodriguez wanted to make something less pedestrian. What is this, a 1960 Roger Corman movie or something? So he starts to add increasingly complex twists and turns, like a low-rent Christopher Nolan film.
How is it that you know so much about these hypnotics?
Because I am one.
Half an hour in, the first reaction sets in, what the hell? To be replaced shortly afterwards with, oh, for heaven's sake. The plot switches and reverses, and then suddenly, well, frankly, you don't need to know what happens next.
I have to know everything. Why me? Why my daughter?
You don't know who you're dealing with.
The frustrating thing about Rodriguez's films, from El Mariachi and From Dusk to Dawn to the ultra-violent Sin City, is he's technically very gifted, particularly when you consider how low he keeps his budgets. His camera work, his editing, the music, even the acting are usually pretty sharp, I suppose, but it's all in the service of something stupid.
Stop. I said stop where you are. Stop!
People like to describe Rodriguez's films as rock and roll, but it's the worst sort of rock and roll. The ones with flashy, endless solos, songs with no hooks, rock stars with no charm, sound and fury, and not much else. Even people who think they like this sort of thing are going to find themselves checking their watches long before Hypnotic is over. You're getting sleepy, so sleepy.
Hypnotics make everything that you see and do feel perfectly normal.